Okay, to those of you who are following the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, this might be news to you, right? I had no idea Amber Heard was this insane. But apparently, she hired a private investigator, right? To investigate Johnny Depp and go back decades and decades. Literally talk to every single person ever, you know, because she was planning this whole thing. So she wanted to dig up dirt on him. And none of them came up with anything. Like, not one person said anything bad about Johnny Depp. That is ridiculous, bro. If you go into my history and talk to every single person I know, I mean, at that point, somebody's probably gonna say something. Like, somebody one day I rubbed off the wrong way, right? Who's gonna take the chance. But Johnny Depp, nobody. In decades. That's ridiculous, dude. Take a look.
No one had ever, in 5 decades, accused Johnny Depp of being violent with a woman.
I hit Johnny one time when I tried to push him out of it, which is what
so confident here. I hate it.
Pirates of the Caribbean star Johnny Depp and Aquaman actress Amber Heard have been locked in ugly legal battles ever since the couple's divorce in 2017. Now that Amber has another defamation lawsuit filed against her by her former husband, the actress's former private investigator has decided to step forward, revealing that he found nothing against Depp to prove that he was abusive towards women. With this new revelation, should the judges rule in favor of Depp? Or should Amber be given more time to prove she's innocent? Let's find out. Amber Heard just keeps getting into more trouble. First, she confessed to hitting Johnny Depp in leaked audio recordings. Then multiple witnesses said she planted evidence and painted her bruises. Now it turns out she hired a private investigator to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp. But what he found was unexpected for Amber Heard. Nothing. Amber's legal team hired famed Hollywood fixer Paul Barresi to dig up dirt on Johnny Depp. The PI formerly worked in the adult industry and was hired by Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Eddie Murphy. Moreover, the PI confessed and emotionally spent Amber wanted to find Johnny's follies and vices.
Okay, that is just evil. Like, literally, you know, we make fun of YouTubers like, oh, you know, I mean, Twitter.com, right? You know, taking something from like a couple years ago or something, saying, oh, you said that word back in, you know, when it was okay to say that word, and then you bring it up now and you're like, you're a horrible person, even though you've changed and you've grown and, you know, all of this has happened. Amber was like, yeah, let's go decades back. Let's go visit his hometown. Let's go visit his mom, his dad, his brother.
The investigator interviewed over 100 people across the U.S. and the U.K.
100?
who worked with Depp 3 decades ago, but couldn't find one who could...
30 years! 30 years! Nuts, dude. I'm not even 30. Like, they went back before I was born. They went back before I was born, bro. And looked for dirt. Amber, you sly son of a...
and as a witness against the actor, much to the disappointment of Amber and her legal team. Amber's lawyers contacted me and said, "You're the right man for this job." That's how they brought me in. She was emotionally spent and battered and tormented. It was a volatile relationship, Barresi recalls. I went to the US, France, Italy, Britain, everywhere that Johnny Depp roamed, everywhere he walked. I couldn't find one instance, or at least an admitted one, where he was physically abusive to a woman, smacked or beaten around. He's like an angel. Not one who said a depreciating thing. I interviewed dozens of people who knew him going as far back as 3 decades ago, and nobody had one
This dude went to 4 countries. This dude went 30 years back. This dude went literally everywhere. Talked to every single person Johnny Depp has ever known. That, oh my God. I mean, at that point I wouldn't even blame you if you find something. I mean, obviously not hitting someone, but if you find some people saying bad stuff about him, I mean, that's pretty natural. I'm pretty sure if I interview every single person you've ever talked to, somebody's gonna say something bad about you, you know?
Thing to say about him. In fact, they couldn't say enough about his ever-flowing outpouring of generosity and tender heart. Barresi emailed several publications the various compliments that people were saying about Depp. Jane Galley, who worked with the actor in the past, described him
Amber,
as a
you could have chosen anyone to go against. You chose literally the nicest guy. You try to ruin the nicest guy when the entire world has come out in support of him. Like, you messed up big time.
Sweetie. Meanwhile, Brad Furman, the director of City of Lies, said Depp was a true professional and wonderful human. Several celebrities stood by Depp in the past. Avenger star Paul Bettany, who worked
All right,
with Depp
YouTube
in several
captions.
movies.
What's wrong with you? All right, first death, then deaf, then Jesus Christ, it's Depp. All right, oh, there you got it right, Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what Amber Heard's makeup artist said about the abuse, right? Because she's the one who'd be covering up her bruises, right, making her look perfect. But, yeah, that's not what she said.
On December 16th, 2015, I spent much of the day and evening with Amber Heard, preparing her to appear on The James Corden Show. I saw her throughout the day of December 16th, 2015, in good light, at close range, wearing no makeup. Throughout the day of December 16th, 2015, I could see clearly that Amber Heard did not have any visible marks, bruises, cuts, or injuries to her face or any other part of her body.
Your
She
own
appeared
makeup
as a guest
artist
on The James Corden Show that day. After the show, Ms. Heard said to me, "Can you believe I did that show with 2 black eyes?" Ms. Heard did not have any black.
Okay. She clearly has made up a story in her head and has either convinced herself, because you can see she's on the show. It's a televised show, you idiot. 2 black eyes. Oh my god, she's so brain damaged. I can't.
And she was visibly uninjured. This was the declaration of Samantha McMillan.
I think maybe she specifically said that so that when anybody asked her, then it would kind of be like a setup, like, oh, remember when I said I had black eyes, but you know, you didn't realize that your makeup artist actually has a brain, and is like, wait a minute, you don't really have any black eyes, you know? It's not based on what you say, it's based on what you see.
A freelance stylist, represented by the agency Wall Group, who has styled Amber Heard since approximately 2014 to around 2016, and was even the one who styled her for her infamous appearance at the James Corden show. Amber's
she
team
would
had
be
at first
horrible
recruited her
to
as a witness
interact
in
with.
support for Amber, but it seems like she didn't want to be a part of their lies and downright sold Amber. In her testimony, she claimed Johnny repeatedly punched her, giving her a broken nose.
And he kind of just held me on the floor, screaming at me. I don't know how many times he hit me in the face, but I remember
come
being
on.
on the...
He hits you one time in the face, your nose is gone, all right? You would be sent to the emergency room. You're telling me he hit you multiple times and nothing was shown ever. There no injuries ever appeared on you, and you're always surrounded by people, because you're Amber Heard. You're always surrounded by people, and not one of these people have seen an injury on you. It's ridiculous.
the floor of my apartment.
A black eye.
At least hit yourself. You know, hit yourself and fake something. Like, this is such a poor effort.
Concussion. That is her the next day after the assault at the James Corden show. And we as fans are still looking for that broken nose and the intensely black eye. We could have given the benefit of the doubt to Amber having an amazing makeup artist, but sadly that makeup artist has cleared the rumors by declaring that Amber had no visible marks on her face. From Samantha's declaration, we get the feeling that Amber
Also, I don't think you can cover up black eyes. Alright, come on.
Planning the story for her trial for so long.
Especially
she
after
asked
repeated
her stylist,
punches?
Can you believe I
No
did that
way.
show with 2 black eyes? Her stylists looked at her and wondered what black eye Amber was talking about because she had seen Amber without makeup and the actress looked totally fine. This gets me to my earlier point that Amber knew she would one day need this stylist to support her when she went against Depp. She might not have known when it would happen, but she was sure she was going to make it happen one day. Well, as much as she had tried, her makeup artist decided she was not going to destroy someone's life so easily.
Thank
and
you,
after the
makeup
claims
artist.
of a busted
Jeez.
lip, a bruised face, and concussion from Amber, she decided to set the record straight by declaring the fact that she was there the next day beside Amber, who was without makeup and without bruises or
Alright,
injuries.
I'm
and that
really
everything
proud of these people, you know, coming out of the woodworks to support Johnny because, you know, you can choose to stay silent, you can choose to support your client or the person who's paying you all that time, but you chose to support the truth, and that's really admirable. Anyways, that's about it. Okay, so obviously, as we know, the narrative going on Amber Heard's side is that Johnny Depp is an abuser, right? So chances are, his previous relationship, which was a 14-year-long relationship with Vanessa Paradis, I don't know how you say that, but yeah, ex-wife, right? So chances are, in those 14 years, he would have abused her at least a little. I mean, if you're an abuser, you like 99% you have a history of abuse, especially if you're in a relationship for 14 years. So let's see what Johnny Depp's ex-wife has to say about Johnny Depp.
In May 2020, the court gave permission for Depp's former partners, Paradis and Winona Ryder, to give evidence as part of the actor's high court libel claim against the publisher of The Sun. While neither were eventually called to give evidence in the trial, both described the horrific and outrageous allegations of domestic violence made against the actor by his ex-wife Amber Heard as impossible to believe. Parody said she had known Depp for more than 25 years and described him as a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. In a witness statement,
25 years. That, like, it's longer. They were married for 14, but they've known each other for 25. And I'm pretty sure she has a pretty good idea of what he'd be like, right? Unless Johnny Depp had this absolute complete snap immediately, right? Which is generally not what happens, right? You generally have a history of psychopathic behavior. I'm sure Amber Heard has some skeletons in the closet as well.
Released to the media at the same time. She said on movie sets, the actors, directors, and entire crews adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as being one of the best actors we've seen. Referring to the allegations made by Amber, Parody said, "This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never violent or abusive to me. I have seen that these outrageous statements have been really distressful and so caused damage to his career because unfortunately, people have gone on believing those false facts. This is so upsetting as he has helped so many persons in his personal and professional life with kindness and generosity." Details of how
actually, like, ridiculous, all right? Definitely the ex-wife has an insane amount of credibility over here, right? I don't know. I just can't believe
parties
it.
may be involved in Depp's latest court case may not have been made public, but it is uncertain as to whether she will be called to give evidence. As part of the actor's libel case
why can't they call literally every person in contact with any of them? Like, I swear to God, there's like lots of legal mumbo jumbo that goes on. Even James Franco isn't testifying. It's so dumb. I don't know.
The trajectory of that relationship, you play it out until it goes. One thing leads to another. So for whatever reason that ceases, it doesn't stop the fact that you care for that person and they're the mother of your kids and you'll always know each other and you're always gonna be in each other's lives because of those kids. You might as well make the best of it. But
yeah, it seems like it was a very amicable relationship and they really, like, you know, separated on really good terms. Unlike the Amber Heard over here.
That optimistic response was years ago, and much has transpired since. Depp went on to marry actress Amber Heard in 2015 after several years of dating.
Anyways, moral of the story, Johnny Depp's entire history of people having interacted with him all say that he's perfectly fine. So I don't know where Amber's coming from.